Get ready. It's time to have some fun, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from KDKA TV studios in downtown Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
It's Tuesday.
It's not just any Tuesday, because you know how I feel about most Tuesdays.
Yeah, she doesn't like them.
Today's a different kind of Tuesday.
She's feeling good about today because it's National Drink Wine Day.
Yay!
It's a made-up holiday that we're going to celebrate.
It's
so
all
we've
national.
got wine here right now.
That accounts for most of the national days we celebrate.
Well,
They're
that's
all
true.
kind of made.
That's true.
Well,
When
it's
should
a
I
large
stop?
serving.
Well, you know, we've got a whole hour, Heather. A whole hour. So we're celebrating National Drink Wine Day. There's actually several wine holidays, but we're celebrating today.
Why not?
Because it's today.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Whoever made it up, we love you.
Yes, thank you.
So there is some news circulating about wine prices actually going down, and they say it's because they've seen a drop in demand.
Right,
which
and they're
I
making
can't
more
believe.
grapes. So there's too many California grapes, and
Yeah.
fewer people are actually buying wine, I guess.
I don't. Any mom that I follow on Facebook would disagree with that, but.
Well, experts say there's not enough demand to support the increased production. Thus, there's surplus grapes, and the result is that wine prices should be going down. So that's good news, right? Yes. You like that?
I'm surprised you brought a red. You did bring this from your personal stash.
I didn't have any white. You texted me this morning. She texted me this morning.
It's National Drink Wine Day.
Can you bring wine?
Bring the supply.
ASAP. Stat, it's an emergency.
Well, this is going to be interesting later when we have red teeth.
Well, by the end of the hour, you can watch the progression of our teeth being stained.
That's fine. And our demeanor change.
We're not drinking that much.
Let's switch gears and talk about Cinderellas Castle, shall we?
Let's do that.
Okay.
So I'm actually a little concerned about this.
Why?
Because Disney World is going to refurbish, remodel the castle. And it's in honor of the 70th anniversary of the movie, the animated film coming out, Cinderella. And so I have feelings about this castle. Like they cannot screw it up because like I have childhood memories at Disney World. So essentially those beginning pictures there, I think that's what the castle looks like now. But those beginning pictures, they're going to accent the gold a little bit more. But when I first heard that they were going to do this, I was concerned because I was like, don't mess with the castle.
Okay, so the most notable changes, as you mentioned, the gold accents will be added to outside features on the castle, as you can see. Something the park is calling bold, shimmering, and regal enhancements. Also, the blue looks a little bit darker too, so
maybe it is, yeah. Yeah, I approve of that, for what it's worth. If the Disney people are watching, I'm okay with it.
If he says it's okay, then Disney, please go ahead and do your thing. David gives his approval.
I've given you my blessing.
But this is all because of the anniversary, 75 years, right? 70
years,
70?
I think, of Cinderella, yeah. And then there's another anniversary we want to talk about because Victor Newman, on The Young and the Restless is celebrating 40 years, and they're doing something starting later today. So the actor's real name is Eric Braeden, and this is a fun story. He was supposed to be like a temporary actor,
just for a few weeks.
A few weeks, and he was so good at being evil that they kept him. And so now, 40 years later, they're celebrating.
And so they are going to be celebrating for the rest of the week, pretending to celebrate the 50th anniversary of his business.
In Genoa City.
And so they will bring back I guess they're throwing back to some memories through the years.
Right.
It's fun.
So congratulations to him.
This got us
40 years is a long time.
Acting out our own
we're gonna
soap
talk
opera
about
in the
this?
news.
Our alter egos.
Why wouldn't we, Derek?
Okay, Audra. If that's what we're going to do, Audra, I guess that's what we must do. Sometimes during like little commercial breaks and things, we get a little goofy. I mean, we get goofy on the air too, but we act out our alter egos soap opera star roles.
Well,
right?
I've admitted that, that was kind of like what I wanted to do if I didn't get into news, which are two completely different things. Yes, both on TV, but completely different things.
They are completely different things. One is journalism and one is acting.
In soap operas.
Right.
Much different than just a serious actor, although they are kind of serious. They just die and come back to life several times over in their career if you stay on long enough. But so I've admitted that before, and so we've been having some fun. And you.
Well, occasionally you throw me a line.
Yes.
In your Audra voice.
Yeah.
And I gave you the name Audra.
Yes.
I don't know why. She just seemed like an Audra.
And
I don't know why I speak with an accent when I'm.
Well, and I don't know where Derek came from, but.
Derek just sounds like, I think Derek sounds like a.
Like a macho.
He's a guy.
Yeah.
On a soap opera.
Derek, don't leave me.
No, Audra, I would never.
Okay, before we embarrass ourselves, let's continue on.
We should move on, yeah.
We had the chance to talk to a real actor. You may have watched this yesterday.
Yes. Ted Danson was on the show. We loved meeting him. He was so much fun. We talked to him about the end of The Good Place and also the beginning. He's starting this new show, a Tina Fey production, where he plays the mayor of LA. So that's going to be fun to see. But we did not want anything to go to chance when Ted came to visit. So I was ready to have Ted picked up and brought to. But instead, Ted said, I'll drive myself. Well, I wanted to make sure he saw our little parking circle outside. So I made the sign and I stood outside.
Holding that up.
So that Ted, and then he comes walking, he didn't even pull in there. He comes walking up behind and then I show him the sign and he laughed and he said, is there another Ted or am I the Ted?
You're the Ted.
But anyway, he thought it was funny. And afterwards, we posed for a picture.
We did.
With Ted, and then he used the sign.
This is so fun. By the way, just so you guys know at home, I was sitting in the newsroom looking out the window like, I'm not going out there with him.
Because I have
holding
the sign. Jill went out there with me.
She did, and documented it.
Because Jill is that kind of person.
Well, you're the cutest thing ever.
She doesn't mind if I embarrass her with a Ted sign. She's there for me.
She's always there for you, Derek.
All right, Audra.
So we also had some fun shooting a promo, which you may have seen over the weekend leading up to the interview.
Yeah, and so this was something where I had scripted something out. And so I explained it to Ted Danson, and he listens, and then he says, no, I'm not feeling it. So he actually devised on the spot a promo for us. So just watch, because this is a little behind the scenes of how it all came together.
On Cheers, if I pitched a joke, if you did the opposite, it turned out to be funny.
Yeah.
No one did what I suggested. So what if it, I'm just worried about your opening line feels like it's a non sequitur.
So what if I say, do you know who he is? Well, everyone knows who you are. I shouldn't ask the audience that.
Yeah.
Right? I should say, look, maybe we just do something much more straight.
What about if you just
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
do you
look
know,
how it is.
What if you leaned across me, well, oh my gosh, you know who he is? And you kind of look blank.
Yeah. It's Ted Danson.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I like it. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I feel like we're actually acting. Like we're doing a scene with Ted Danson. How cool is that?
Take one.
Okay, so I say, Heather, do you know who he is? Is that working?
Yeah.
Ted Danson.
It's Ted Danson.
Heather, do you know who this is?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows my name.
It's Ted Danson.
Monday.
No, let me do that.
That was good. I like that.
I was going to say that.
But don't know.
Okay.
Don't know.
Who?
And then
All right.
He
so that
touched
was-
my hand, by the way.
that was
I don't
the
know if you
acting
saw that.
lessons.
He touched my hand.
Yeah, he also asked for a Tic Tac from me. So
I'm never washing this hand, and you're never throwing away your Tic Tac.
I'm shellacking the container. I'm going to put it on a little pedestal. But anyway, we did eventually come up with a promo that worked. So we want to show you the end result here.
3, 2.
Heather, do you know who this is?
oh, come on. Everyone knows my Ted Danson.
It's Ted Danson.
Monday at 9 on Pittsburgh Today Live.
Really?
So fun.
It was fun. It was really like we were in a scene with Ted Danson, just for a teeny bit of our lives.
It was really cool, but I love how he analyzed one sentence, one line.
Right. I'm
and
not
was like,
feeling it. You
No,
wouldn't
we're not
say
doing that.
You know, I mean, we just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jill.
Yes.
The
Who
words
gives us
are
the
in
words?
the teleprompter. What's next, Jill?
All right, we are so excited this week because all week long it is Diner Week. We are exploring some of the best diners all across the area. Yesterday we went to Waffles and Caffeinated.
So fun.
Delicious.
Yes. And today, Selena Pompiani is live at a diner. I am so excited to see her live shot coming up.
Yes, and Mikey Hood has another piece on another diner, so we have a twofer today.
We do.
Guaranteed to make you hungry.
And thankfully for us, we also have someone in our kitchen today so that we don't just have to watch and drool at the camera. So we have a lot coming up.
We're going to have food to eat.
Yeah.
All right, we wanted to let you know about a very unusual product that is sold out right now, but they say that they're going to, okay, so it's for your dog. And so it is a collar to help your dog vent frustrations with cuss words.
I love this so much. Kevin doesn't stop barking, and I would probably enjoy his barking more. And we don't stop him necessarily because, you know, it's good. If, like, he starts barking in the middle of the night, we know that there could be something going on, right?
Yeah.
But he barks nonstop. I would enjoy it so much more if he was wearing the cuss collar.
So the way it works is every time your dog barks, there's a little speaker on here, a recorded voice on the collar spits out a swear word. So they're pre-recorded words.
This is like
they're
Sunny.
all the swear words that you would think would be on there are on there. They cost $60, and it's made by a company that is getting a lot of attention for this now.
I want this.
It's kind of a gag gift.
I hope that they get them back in stock.
This is not like to train your dog or anything. This is just to have fun. The cuss collar.
We need it.
Okay.
I need it. I need this in my life.
Do you?
I would enjoy it so much more. Yes. And so there's also, you're like, do you really?
Well, no, I'm just
I have
thinking,
young
I'm
children in the
thinking,
house. Probably not a good idea.
Her birthday's in May. Maybe they'll have it back by May. My brain's always thinking.
You're so nice. You're always thinking.
We'll see. It's really for Kevin. No, it's really for you.
It is really for me. It's
really
for no
for
one
you.
else, and to teach my children bad words that they should not be saying. Oh, speaking of, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that on the air. Never mind. Let's keep going.
Wait, I always think those are the best stories. The ones where she's like.
Lila just asked, why can she not swear? She said they're just words, which, you know, I guess, how do you argue with that? They are just words.
They are just words, but
some
they're
people
words
argue that they're poor expression, you know,
Right.
that you can find better words. But anyways,
That's true.
that's my story that I probably shouldn't have shared.
Well, you know. All right, so there's one more product that we want to let you know about. Or do we?
No.
We're going to let you know about that tomorrow. Yes. Well.
Keep them in suspense, David.
Keep them in suspense, yes. But it's a cool product, we'll tell you. And also coming up this hour, it is a sure sign of spring when the Pirates are at camp in Bradenton. The whole team is now at Pirate City, and KDKA's Rich Walsh is there too for sports coverage. But coming up next, Rich shows us what to do when you're not watching baseball. He takes us around to off-field attractions that you will want to see if you're heading south this spring. Rich is our tour guide live from Bradenton, so stay with us for that.
And orders up. Mikey Hood kicks off our PTL Thank You Diner Week coverage today at a popular spot north of Pittsburgh, recommended by PTL viewers as one of their favorites. Selena Pompiani is heading south to try another diner too as we take on the challenge to try as many of your favorite diners this week.
It is a challenge, but we're willing to do it. And if that's not enough food for you, we are cooking in today with Market District Chef Crystal Baldwin. Get her recipe for something you're going to be able to make at home, and it looks delicious already. That is coming up. It's all ahead when PTL comes right back on this rainy Tuesday, February 18th. Thank you for being with us.